Hi, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, where we are have come back to Scarlet's to bury our parents. And for that, I think they ought to move the bodies over here to where our forge is. And back there, the trees. Does it stop raining now? I think this has become lighter, at least a little bit. I saw a little...
This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
Here, start digging. And we're getting the dog. I thought so. Because I have his master's salami.
So... let's get to it. Damn it all.
You have nice eyelashes for a dude.
How am I gonna do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want? Is Bishek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's gonna be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down.
Am I supposed to fight now or
As you
not?
like. Could have just cost you a few teeth.
Ah!
Am I really supposed to fight him now? Oh, what the? Did he stab me with a club? Okay, I have no idea how to do that. That was way too
I
fast.
told you how it would end. You should have listened to me.
I had no choice. I had
This
no
is
choice.
nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, goat fuckers!
Teresa.
The games are over.
Charge! Disperse this rabble!
My father's sword, please. When they realized I was gone, they ran to Scarlets to help me. I parted with the sword? Yeah, that's not really what happened. I love the music. Quest started. Awakening. Save my parents. Okay, I'm having a bad dream now. And I can't see anything. I basically don't know where I am. There.
Rossz helyen vagy, rossz időben.
Kurva élet!
Kinyílak! Ha! Hey!
I've reached a new level in sword in my dreams.
Ezt betalál!
Okay, I can kill them in one hit. Okay. Try to block a thing.
Nesze! Meguntod az életet?
Wooden Cumin shield. Those are villages. I'm supposed to go in that direction. Need to use the compass more. Can't equip the shield. I'm interested in whether I will have it in my inventory at the end. Was I too late?
Do you need some help?
I'm having some really bad dreams.
Henry! There's work to be done.
First thing when waking up, I want to check whether I really got better at sword fighting by dreaming. I suppose so.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me?
You're dirty.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
No.
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness.
Why did you go
You
back
slaughtered
there?
everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back.
Few delirious days later.
You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes, Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea.
Okay, so it's something about my father.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak. Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
got your sense of humor back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Rattay Mill. My uncle's miller Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of a coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Rattay Mill is now our home. And this is my bed, I suppose. Get your things from the trunk. Ancient maps. Ancient maps might be DLC content. Being able to read was a very rare skill in the Middle Ages, and a common Maltese son certainly wouldn't have been literate. To understand written text, you'll have to find someone who can teach you to read. You can open book and try to make sense out of the glyphs, but in the end you'll have to find someone who can teach you at least the basics of reading. Once you've acquired the skill of reading, you should make use of it. To fully understand the text, I need to read them properly. Let's sleep and save, and that's only sleep. Let's sit. And go to our inventory. That's not my inventory, you friend. By virtue of fate and chance, I came into possession of this curious drawing. I should find out where it points and see what the fortune bestowed on me amid all this desolation. Read it. Okay. That left to Rattay, up is some Neuhof, that's new, and the other is a farm or something like that. And there's stuff that I can find there. Okay, that's left of Rattay. There's another treasure. I can't make sense of any of those. That's north of Rattay. There's something. We'll have to look at these later again.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Okay, we're supposed to eat something. Like eat from pot. How hungry am I? Still 55. I'm taking all those bread rolls. I suppose all my food should be spoiled because it's 2 weeks ago that I put it in. No, these aren't spoiled yet. You need all 3 of them. What does the thing say? Condition is 53%. But I think it's dirty? With other stuff to put on. Like the green shirt, I'm not wearing anything right now. Light padded armor is broken. Everything is broken, or what's the other thing say? Yeah, okay, that's making me also slower and stuff. Okay, so I'm not... We have a warhorse gambazon. Where did we get those? Competent knight gambazon, commonly used as a lower layer on a heavy armor, is adorned with the monogram warhorse on silver thread to stress its owner's social status. So that ups my charisma. Okay, that's definitely a DLC item. I have to stop pressing Y to get out of the description. And the other stuff is all dirty. We have to find a place to put all the stuff, to wash all the stuff. Have we some other stuff to eat though? The salami would be great. 17 nourishment. Yeah, let's eat that. And we would also have wine, but I'm not gonna take that as it won't spoil. Okay, we're halfway nourished at least. Talk to Teresa again.
Have you eaten yet?
Yes, it was very good. Did you bake it yourself?
I did. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Wait, while I'm normally not supposed to have that, so I suppose I won't make it be...
Hey, youngster, come here.
Okay, it's you I have to talk to. DLC activated. Treasures of the past. A legend has been circulating about stashes containing magnificent warhorse armor. You can find more hints in your trunk. From the ashes, the long-abandoned village of Bohemia awaits the return of bustling life. Wait for a suitable opportunity and go and see Sir Divish about it. A combat tournament will soon be covenant in Red. Soon it's open to commoners, so even you can enroll if you like. The local dandy is fond of intrigues, especially when the fairer sex is involved, and it's only a matter of time before he drags you into this one. That's both Sir Hans Capon. Then we have the Band of Bastards. The province hasn't been safe since the raid on Scarlets, and soon you can expect orders from Sir Radzik to ride out with a band of mercenaries to put things to right. And a woman's lot. You lost your home and family in Scarlets, but you're not alone. Teresa and your hunker encountered similar misfortune and fled too. Each tries in her own way to come to terms with something. If you want to know more, look at the DLC heading in the main menu, where you can find precise instructions for playing the DLC. But I wanted to talk to Miller Peckish.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I think I've already heard more than I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him. Farewell.
Okay, so he gave me spirits, and now I'm supposed to get a dead man's ring. But what else can you talk to me?
Where can I find a shovel?
There's one right outside, leaning against the cart. God be with you.
Okay, here's...
Try
Okay.
unlocking this trunk. Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, you hold the blade and use it to turn the whole mechanism at them. Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick. Otherwise, you'll be fucked and you'll have to start all over again. You're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. But remember, this trunk's only for practice. With real locks, you have to watch out for the pick. Try it a few more times if you like. Hey, good luck with real things.
Thank you for that. But I wanted to talk about real stuff.
Can you tell me...
Okay, he can tell me about a lot of stuff. Let's talk about that.
What about the Skalitz folk?
God sent them to punish us for our sins. They don't work, they just idle around begging. And you want to keep a close eye on your belongings when they're around.
Yeah, you're the right
glad to see
person to
them
say
back.
that. You're the local fans.
What do you think about everything that's happened?
I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters. But this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. I don't give a damn who's king, but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far.
Do you know anything about those Cumans?
The heathen scum that Sigismund brought here. Why do you even ask? You've seen with your own two eyes what they're capable of.
That's all.
Do I have enough coin?
I've got the money to pay that debt.
And I was afraid you had a chamber pot for a head. Hand it over. That job's still going, if you're interested.
Sure, I'm on it.
Okay, I had enough. Okay. I had enough. Okay. That's great.
Tell me something about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell. I was born at the mill, I live here, and I'll surely die here. But before I do, I've plenty of work to do, and I hope I live to see peace in this land again.
Can you tell me something about the other millers?
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojciech in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sassa.
Tell me about Wojciech.
He's young and hot-blooded, with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. A slimy bastard he is, and now they're sworn enemies.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Okay, interesting.
Would you teach me something about the milling craft? Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own?
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen. Take care now.
Okay. We'll learn about pickpocketing. I assume I have to follow him? The shovel is by the cart, he said. So like right here or that cart? One of those? We'll see in a moment. I first wanted to exhaust all his dialogue options so that we can go on. And also, we shouldn't take the dog with us when pickpocketing. Interesting that I had enough money before because I looted so much.
I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable, but also of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things.
So, pickpocketing is no joking matter. If you're caught with your fingers in someone else's purse, either by the victim or a witness, they are raised alarm, you'll be pursued as a thief. In order to rob someone successfully, you first have to sneak up on them unnoticed, and then by holding A, begin pickpocketing. The first step is to grope around inside the purse by holding A. That's not easy, especially if your victim's on the move. The longer you can grope, the more time you'll then have to select what you want. In order to then steal, you have to exceed the minimum time for groping, which you will recognize by the background of the rose changing color from red to green. And the amount of time you have left for the second stage of stealing is shown by the number in the middle of the rosette. Keep a close eye on the color of the rosette. When it's light green, your victim has no chance of catching you, but as it starts to get darker and turn red, your chance of getting caught in the act increase. Okay. Here you have dipped your hand into someone's purse and you have to get it out with the loot before your time is up and you're caught. The place where you are stealing. Here's some item you've groped out. You can find out what it is by using A. Then by pressing A again, you can steal it. If you're an experienced pickpocket and expert on items, you've fully learned the item expert pack, you can also see the properties of the stolen item. The item I've just stolen, and then the time remains before you're caught. You determine the time you lose if you decide to steal the item in question. Depends mainly on the weight of the item. Okay. So I'm coming in, pretending he hasn't seen me. I'm pickpocketing. What did I pickpocket? I'm holding A to search the purse.
That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
That's an interesting thing.
But I'll be having that dagger back now.
Can't even pickpocket him for real. Okay, have you anything else to tell me? Some people can teach you. For some lessons you will have to know something already though. There might be more than one trainer for each skill, but there are always 4 lessons. So I can have training on pickpocketing and lockpicking.
Will you teach me how to pickpocket better?
Certainly.
For price. Beginner, slightly advanced, master. Maybe another time.
Well, I'll think it over.
We're going back to his training thing in the next episode. At the beginning of that, I want to have find the shovel you were speaking about. It's at the cart. At one of the carts, there was supposed to be a shovel. The other cart then. There's one above, one on the other side of the road. This also doesn't have a shovel. God damn it, there's it. Okay, I got my spade. So let's see about quests. We have main quest Vengeance. Get father's sword back, find Markwort von Aulitz and avenge our parents. That is the main quest. Okay. Then we have Awakening. Go to Pirkstein to see Sir Radzik. That's my now quest. So I can tell him that the sword got stolen. And then we have the optional quest of getting the Dead Man's Ring for Miller Peshek, which I'll look up on the map. Okay, that's outside of the area that I've seen. Yeah, this is a big city with a new DLC quest. Great. New DLC quest. We get to the new DLC quest by talking to you, perhaps. Let's see.
Henry, I'm so glad to see you.
And that's how I get to the DLC quest.
What's that dog you have here? He looks familiar.
Don't you remember him? It's Mart, the butcher's dog from Skalitz.
Ah, of course. When I went back to bury my parents, he was guarding his master's dead body. A faithful dog. How come he's here?
When we carted you here, we took Mutt along too. He's been hanging around the mill ever since.
How's he doing?
A lot better now. I slipped him something good now and again when Uncle wasn't looking.
He won't starve to death then. What does the miller have to say about it?
He can't stand him.
How's that?
Every time he sees him, he starts shouting that he's a useless mouth to feed and that'll skin him.
Jesus.
And it didn't even soften his heart when Mutt brought a hare from the woods. He was happy to eat it, but it didn't change his mind.
I could have a word with him.
That would be a waste of time.
Does he obey you?
Me? Not much. He's got a mind of his own, and I'm just not strict enough.
Ah, spoilt then.
No, he just hasn't learned many commands. But he's well able to beg for a piece of meat.
How long has he been with you?
More or less since we came here. He runs off now and again, but he always comes back. Sometimes I don't see him all day. I think he likes to go wandering.
So he's doing quite well then?
Yeah. I'd keep him, but he reminds me too much of Tinker, you know? So I thought maybe you might take him with you?
Me?
Yes?
I'm sure the two of you would get on great. He's a handsome fella and lovable. I'd be very happy if you had him.
But we never had a dog at the smithy. We never needed one.
Come on. He's got no one.
All right. I'll take him. He can keep me company on my travels.
Thanks, Henry. Go and get him then. He's sniffing around somewhere.
But I wanted to talk to you even more. Okay, there's such a lot to talk about with everyone. It gets up my speech though, and I really like that. Where is the dog? Dog? What's up, dog? There he is. Hey, dog.
Hey, Mutt. Remember me? From Skalitz, remember? You want to go with me? Come on then, we'll get on like a house on fire. Follow me.
Dog, from this moment on you have a canine companion. He is your best friend. He will protect and help you, but you must take good care of him. Talk to him and feed him, give him commands and reward him with praise. With the cursor you can give him all sorts of commands using Y. For example, heal. You'll also have the new skill of Hound Master. It determines how well your dog is trained and what commands you've taught him. You gain experience by using the commands in other interaction with your four-legged friend. In the Sidekicks tab you can see the stats, the most important of which is obedience. It tells you whether your dog obeys you or not. Its level will keep falling with every injury, also if you neglect your dog for a long time. If obedience falls too low, your dog will stop heeding some of your commands. If it falls to 0, your dog will run off and it will take some time before it comes back to you. The higher his obedience, the better stat the dog has. He will defend himself and you better, cause greater damage to foes, and will take longer before he decides to run off again. You can improve your dog's obedience mainly by feeding and praising him, but by doing it several times in succession over a small period is less effective than feeding and praising him regularly. Okay. No, it's pressing and holding Y. Talk. Let's give him food.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Bread. Dried meat. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Here. Heal. That's a good boy.
And I have a new perk point for talking to the dog.
Come along, free.
Did you see what the dog did? Great.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Yeah, this time he ate it. Yeah, this time he ate it. Last time no. Mint? I can gather mint. I can gather herbs. Great. Okay.
That's a good boy.
Yeah, he is.
That's my boy.
So if I go in this, we have the sidekick thing. His sense of smell is 15, his obedience is 66, and current command is 3. Which is he is supposed to be somewhere in the general area of me and not follow me tightly around. Great. Also, oh God, menus. Okay, we can now select another one. We have new ones here. The new ones we have is Insomniac. Your energy level falls 1/4 more slowly because we don't need sleep. And penalties on stats following release from jail are 20% lower. A renegade. Okay, we don't need any of those. Okay, let's just make the jail one better because I already tried learning pickpocketing and stuff. Hey, Teresa. Bye, Teresa. I'm going to bed now because I need to wait for the next episode to do the next thing. Okay, next episode, we're gonna... next episode, we're gonna... Next episode, we're going to speak more to Teresa and find out about that DLC quest. And we'll also go to the miller for training on pickpocketing and stuff. So we know more about that. And I'm especially interested in finding out how that system works. But now that our game is saved, it's time to say goodbye. So see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.